Network Entertainment.
So, hello to everyone all over the world. Magkakasama na naman tayo sa isang gabing puno ng kwentuhan, tawanan, and bardagulan, and mapusong usapan. Ito pa rin ang
Ganito kasi yan, powered by the Pod Network.
At kasama nyo pa rin ang inyong wandering go-getter ng Quezon City. It's your boy, Jacob.
At ako pa rin ang inyong breadwinner, baby boy ng Rizal. Ako lang to, si Lance. At Jacob, sino bang kasama natin for
Kasama
today?
nga natin ang isang registered nurse, content creator, and medical student, and as well as lecturer. Let us all welcome Sir Rocky Aguirre.
Yes.
Yeah, hello,
Palakpakan
guys.
naman natin. Lakasan pa yung palakpakan. Oh.
Iparamdam nyo yung excitement nyo. Gaano ka-excited na ba
Isa
kayo?
pa,
kay
palakpakan.
Sir Rock?
Nakikinig siya.
Ayun.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, good afternoon. Kumusta ka?
Oo.
Actually, hindi ko alam ba't kinakabahan ako.
Kinakabahan ka?
Pero kasi it's been a while since parang gumawa ako ng public speaking kasi yung nga
Since yung
lecturer
last
ako.
lecture.
My last lecture was actually last year pa, last
last
November.
year.
So, para nasa sariling cave lang ako this past few months, nag-aaral, nakakulong sa bahay. So, di ko alam, medyo kinakabahan ako.
Oh, ramdam ko yung yung kaba mo kasi parang pasmado yung kamay mo.
Yeah. Ay, hindi, pasmado talaga ako.
Oo,
It's
pasmado
waterfalls.
talaga. Oh, waterfalls. Talagang, pero feeling ko wag ka naman kakabahan dito. Usapan lang to,
Oo.
kwentuhan lang, in general. Ayun. So, ngayon, kasi dito sa GKY, meron tayo nung Embracing Life Seasons.
Yes.
Ano ba tungkol sa ulit yun, Jacob?
Actually, ano siya, series natin siya where we talk about the different seasons of life and everything. And of course, kakamustahin din natin si Sir Rocky. Kasi syempre, ngayon, di ba Lance, ang daming nagagalit kapag hindi sila kinakamusta. So, ikaw ba Sir Rocky?
Kumusta
Kamusta
ka?
ka?
Thank you sa pagkamusta. I'm very happy at the moment. I would say, ngayon kasi med school break ko na. So, ang saya-saya ng buhay. No?
Palakpakan natin.
Yes. Nakasurvive na naman ng isang...
YL1?
YL2 na.
YL2.
Yan, YL2 na ako. Second year. So, I'm very happy at the moment. Sinusulit ko lang yung med school break. And yeah, I'm so happy kasi this is actually my first ever podcast guesting. And tinanggap ko talaga kaysa sa like ang dami na nag-invite before. But I think like this is the best time or this is the best podcast na to spend my first ever podcast guesting. So thank you so much.
Wow. Parang kinilig ka.
Parang nagkatingin na kami doon ni Lance. Sabi ko,
Oo.
syempre,
Kasi
thank you naman.
may intention.
Oo.
Oo.
Syempre, there's that intention. Kasi kailangan in every decision that we make, may intentionality.
Yeah, tsaka before I actually accepted your invite, pinanood ko talaga yung mga podcast nyo and I would say, nagustuhan ko talaga siya.
Intentional.
Anong napanood mo?
Yung kay Jusa.
Kay
Survivor
Joy.
Time.
Actually.
Panoorin nyo yun.
Oo.
Yeah, masaya
Siguro
yun.
kung may marirecommend ako, yung kay Joy.
Pero kasi yun nga, parang sinasabi nila, live intentionally. Parang, laging sinasabi namin, kanina pa natin mag-uusapan
And
yan.
actually, isa din yun sa mga, yun actually yung content nila Rocky, yung germ nung idea nung intentionality. Kasi, parang nagkaroon kayo ng video ni Justin na parang reviewing the year, reviewing kung ano yung ano yung
Ay,
what went
napanood ko yan.
right, what went wrong, ano yung mga plans ninyo and everything. So parang dun talaga ako nagkaroon ng it's really parang really important on intentionality and setting your goals, setting your direction for the year and everything.
Yun. So, with that, ano ba yung meaning sa'yo ng intentionality? Or, how do you define it, like, in your life?
For me, intentionality is siguro choosing life even though it's inconvenient. Dahil gusto mo siya, so you will do everything just to make it happen. Kasi ako, Taurus ako, so may mga Taurus ba dyan? So pag mga Taurus, di ba, medyo stubborn. So I'm super stubborn, guys. So pag may gusto ko isang bagay, gusto ko mangyari siya, kahit anong mangyari. Kahit sobrang hirap, gagawa ko ng paraan to make it happen. So ayun yung intentionality for me. And siguro, to share my story, most people just know na nasa med school na ako, but they don't know kung paano ako nakapasok ng med school. Kasi as some of you may know, medyo mahal makapasok sa med school. And ako, I came from a not so privileged background, I would say. But dahil nga medyo stubborn ako, I think naging positive attribute ko pa siya kasi because of that, I was able to push through. Nakapasok ako ng med school kahit hindi ako ganun kayaman or not so privileged.
Ayan yung journey mo dun sa pagpasok sa med school. Parang paano mo siya kinayod? Meaning na, well, yun nga, you graduated nursing, naging lecturer ka. Pero ano yung parang kailangan mo pang i-give pa sa sarili mo just to like reach that goal na makapag-med school ka?
Bata pa lang ako, believe it or not, elementary pala, nag-research na ako on how to get a scholarship in med school. Elementary pa lang. Ganun ako ka-obsessed to become a doctor. Bata pa lang ako. So what I did is, simula elementary, high school, senior high school, and up to college, trinay ko talaga yung best ko to really study hard. So medyo academically competitive, I would say. So yun, pinagbutihan ko lang yung pag-aaral, and then siguro based on my credential, yun nga, nag-top ako ng board exam. After nursing, I topped the board exam last November 2023. And when I topped the board exam last November 2023, yun talaga yung, I would say, nagbago ng buhay ko. Kasi when the results came out, hindi na ako yung, kumbaga, naghanap ng med school na papasukan ko. Instead, yung mga med school na mismo yung lumapit sa akin
Naghanap.
to ask to enroll dun sa med school na yun. So it really changed my life, yung pagiging top-notcher din.
And grabe, feeling ko din grabe din yung pagiging intentional mo with like making decisions and plotting out your day. Kasi aside from being a student, you're also, di ba dati parang you had this era pa na nagtuturo ka, lecture, you fly all around the country and everything. Paano mo kinakaya yung mga ganong path, ganong engagements, and paano mo kinakaya yung 24 hours mo?
Because I'm so intentional with everything that I do. Parang gagawin ko talaga lahat ng makakaya ko just to make it happen. So, yung parents ko kasi, retired na sila. And my dad, may sakit siya, so di na siya nakakapag-work. So, dahil gusto ko maging doktor, kailangan, wala na ako ibang asahan kundi sarili ko. So, ang ginawa ko, humanap ako ng paraan to put myself through school. So, when I topped the board exam, nag-apply ako sa mga review center, and I also applied for hospitals as a nurse. I worked as a nurse for a few months while working as well as a lecturer sa review center. And then, parang nahirapan ako i-balance yung pagiging nurse, tapos nagtuturo ka pa ng lecture, tapos lumilipad-lipad ako across the country. Kasi national lecturer ako, I go to like Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, different nursing school to teach. Tapos parang nag-decide ako na, sige, mag-focus na lang muna ako to lecturer. Kasi parang mas kaya siya ng time. And kung gusto ko talaga makaipon for med school, mas practical, I think, yung pagiging lecturer when it comes to compensating. Hindi naman sa mukhang pera ako, no? Pero
Sa totoo lang.
mas
Katotohanan lang.
so mas practical lang tayo kasi ang goal ko rin talaga, well, passion ko rin talaga is to, of course, to serve other, to help people. But my main goal right now talaga is to become a doctor. So we need to be smart, of course. So mas pinili ko yung path na mas practical at the moment. So I chose to become a lecturer. So nag-lecturer ako, sabi ko nga sa inyo, nabigyan din ako ng mga med school to apply for med school. And coming from a not so privileged background, I don't know if you can relate, parang pag may mga opportunity na papasok sa buhay nyo, parang gusto mong kunin lahat. You had to maximize every opportunity that you get. Kasi you're not used to getting that much opportunity. And kapag iniisip mo, kasi parang sabi mo sa sarili mo, sayang eh. So ang ginagawa mo, kinukuha mo lahat. So ang ginawa ko, I'm working as a lecturer, and at the same time, sasabigyan ako ng opportunity to study med school. Nag-apply na rin ako ng med school. So what happened, during first year med school, I was able to juggle 3 jobs all at the same time. So ano yung 3 jobs na yun? Lahat, pagtuturo. First, lecturer sa review center, ng 2 review center, so that's 2 already. Tapos yung isa naman is as a professor sa alma mater ko nung nursing school. And all that while studying med school. And yung major motivation ko talaga doon is, iniisip ko lang is, I just need to really makaipon at the moment para matapos ko yung med school.
Pero hindi ba siya
Grabe.
nakakapagod?
Nakakapagod. Kaya nga nag-resign na ako eh. Kaya nga
Yun yung pick up ko eh.
Full-time ka?
Yeah, right now. So, I was able to teach for 3 years. 3 years ako nagturo. 3 years ako naging lecturer. And for that 3 years and content creation on the side, I was able to, nakaipon ako. Nakaipon ako doon sa, although wala naman akong tuition fee sa med school kasi yun nga scholar. Pero of course, aside sa tuition fee, meron pa rin kasi mga babayaran sa med school, right? So, may ano lang ako, parang may goal lang ako na money for the rest of my med school. And for that 3 years of working, na-achieve ko naman siya. So, by the time na na-achieve ko na siya, doon ako nag-decide na ayoko nang pagurin yung sarili ko. Kasi guys, nakakapagod talaga. Med school itself is exhausting. And pagsabay mo pa ng pagkatrabaho and flight going to different provinces, di ba? Imbes na magpahinga ka na lang, mahirap talaga siya.
Siguro yung question ko doon is, karon ka ba ever ng era? Kasi parang sinasabi nila, di ba? Parang, kaya yung ibang tao, after undergrad nila, diretso na sila to postgrad. Kasi parang pag nag-start ka na mag-work, parang nahirapan ka na mag-stop.
Makabalik.
Lalo na pag nahanap mo na yung momentum mo. So ikaw, did you have that kind of struggle din? Or parang it's always a part of you na gusto mo talagang bumalik sa med school?
I'm gonna be honest, sa totoong buhay lang, no? When I started working, it's my first time to parang makahawak ng pera. And pag nakahawak ka na ng pera, there's this like urge to do something na outside of your original plan. So, honestly, nangyari sa akin yun. Parang mag-work na lang kaya ako kasi parang uncomfortable na naman na ng life ko ngayon. I'm earning, I get to travel, I get to inspire people, I get to teach people, I get to help nursing students. But then again, it's important that you always go back to your why, your purpose talaga. And for me, bata pa lang ako talaga, pagiging doctor talaga. So I need to like parang retract myself to my why and to my purpose para hindi ako maligaw or mapunta sa ibang path.
Siguro ngayon na parang, sige, you're driven, you're navigating, and you're going back to your why. Parang how do you make sure na at every major or minor decision that you'd make, parang align pa rin siya dun sa why mo or sa core mo as a person. Even if like there's this pressure, there's this uncertainty, or yun nga, yung mga setbacks na nafe-face mo din just to achieve your dream.
I think part din yun ng intentionality na kahit gaano kahirap yung pagdaanan mo, especially with med school, there's a lot of challenges that you will face, honestly, not just sa pag-aaral but also with how you like balance your life, yung time mo. Kasi yung med school pa lang yung time mo to study, kakainin niya na yung most of your day eh. So, I think natutunan ko rin na to just balance everything but not to the point na parang binabalance mo yung med school and you're also trying to be productive, pero nakakalimutan mo na yung part na kailangan mo rin magpahinga. And natutunan ko yun na, kasi ako, because of that, parang na-overwork ako. Na-hospital ako ilang beses. Na-hospital ako ilang beses while doing those things, nagkatrabaho, tapos nag-med school. Ilang beses ako na-hospital during first year. So, I really had to learn that in a hard way. So, I think, maging lesson din yun to everyone na, yeah, it's okay to live your dream. It's okay to be productive, but at the same time, don't forget about yourself.
Parang ganun, well, you learned that the hard way. Pero coming back from it, parang sa tingin mo, parang kailan ba yung sign na dapat na parang tumigil muna? Or parang ano yung tips para mas maging madali na magpahinga and step back?
Feeling ko di ko kayang sagutin yon like generally kasi iba't iba naman tayo ng mga pinagdadaanan sa buhay. But for me, siguro yung naging parang go signal ko to stop. Number 1, I was able to achieve my goal. Yung goal ko sa working. Pangalawa, yung signal ko is nanghina na ako, nagkakasakit na ako. So I think if hindi ka pa tumitigil, kahit na nagkakasakit ka na, na-hospital ka na, I think you're you're putting yourself into the grave, di ba? So I think yun na talaga yung major go signal ko to stop. Yung nagkakasakit na ako.
May question din ako, Rocky. Kasi actually, medyo nirelate ko siya to other things that we talked about earlier. Ikaw din ba, how do you make sure na you do a lot of things in a day, but of course, nabanggit mo din, hindi mo dapat kinakalimutan yung sarili mo. How do you make sure that you have that life outside of work, outside of school, outside of everything that you do, especially na you're juggling a lot of things? May time ka pa ba to like have life outside of
Or
everything?
for yourself?
Oo.
Nung time na yon, honestly, wala.
Kahit friends?
Honestly,
Okay.
wala talaga. Kasi imagine mo na 3 trabaho tapos
Oo.
nag-med school ka pa. Parang saan mo pa isisingitin yung time with your friends, 'di ba? Time to really travel outside.
Family.
Like, family.
Family.
Family, yes, I always try na isingit. And of course, I have a partner. It is a responsibility rin kasi pag pumasok ka sa isang relationship, dapat hindi mo lang siya parang iti-take for granted. But I'm very grateful to have a partner na
O sige,
very
lingon kayo.
understanding. Very understanding na partner. Kasi mabigat na sa feeling yung sobrang pagod ka na sa trabaho. Tapos pag uwi mo ng trabaho, isipin mo naman, anong aaralin ko for the next day kasi may quiz na naman kami for anatomy. Mas naging madali siya for me kasi I have a partner who is very supportive. So I think very important also that you have a strong support system when doing all these things.
Na hindi lang kumbaga, well, not just like having a partner in general, but like yung talagang may
Yeah,
pagsusumbungan
support
ka
system,
at the end of the day.
friends,
Oo.
family.
Oo, siguro yung ano ko lang din is, yung grabe rin yung, yung toll nun. Like right now na medyo nakaluwag ka na, or at least medyo gumaan na, parang feeling mo ba, bibigat pa ulit? Are you anticipating na bibigat pa ulit siya? Or feeling mo ngayon, mas kaya mo na yung mga bagay to navigate, knowing that you've been through that?
Feeling ko, med school, di naman siya magiging madali talaga.
Well,
kahit
totoo
ano.
naman.
Pabigat siya, pabigat every year.
Pabigat na
Ganun eh.
pabigat dyan every year lalo na pagdating mo ng clerkship and internship. Pabigat talaga siya. And expected ko na siya. But I think tama yung sinabi mo na because of my experiences for the past few years na juggling everything, parang medyo panatag yung loob ko na I can do everything that will happen in the next few years kasi I was able to survive yung pinakamahirap na point ng buhay ko for the last 3 years.
Andun din talaga yung importance na parang okay na to. Parang on to the next na lang din talaga yung nagiging mindset.
Parang bawat part talaga ng buhay natin, parang isipin mo, it's just a chapter of your life. And with every chapter, parang sa libro, di ba, you just need to like go on to the next one.
page.
And looking back and at different seasons that you went through, paano mo na-learn kung ano yung deserving for your time, your energy, and attention? Especially sobrang limited nung time na meron ka, nung attention na meron ka, and energy mo obviously. And were there moments na you realized na you were putting your energy and your time in the wrong places?
Mahirap i-balance yung time mo if you are juggling multiple things at the same time. So, if you have the privilege to just focus on one thing, do so. But use respect to other people like me who need to juggle many things at the same time just to survive and just to make things happen. Diba? But madali lang kasi sabihin na i-prioritize mo yung sarili mo from time to time. You need to prioritize your sleep. Pero if you're in a position just trying to survive daily, mahirap ka siyang gawin eh. Yun.
And kanina, I remember you talked about na parang ang hirap to say no to different opportunities. Were there times na you had to learn talaga na parang may opportunities na kailangan kang hindian? And may time ba na parang na-realize mo na ay, parang dapat humindi ako or parang mali pala na humindi ako?
Going back dun sa sinabi ko kanina, pag galing ka sa not so privileged background, parang yun nga, you had to get mo lahat ng opportunities na binibigay sa'yo. But at the same time, dapat alam mo lang din kung kailan ka magkasabi ng yes at kailan ka magkasabi ng no. Kasi if you say yes to everything, there will come a time na yung sarili mo na mismo ang magno-no sa'yo. Siya na mismo yung susuko. So, it's okay, again, to be productive, to do everything, but don't forget yourself talaga.
Ikaw ba, how do you choose what you say no to?
Siguro focusing on what's my goal at the moment. So, right now, ang goal ko is to finish med school. So, everything na I would say magiging distraction sa pag-achieve ko ng goal na yon, hindi ko siya gagawin. Like, for example, when I resigned as a lecturer, then nagkaroon konting parang traction sa social media kasi when we came out, parang nagkaroon ng medyo traction sa social
negative.
media eh. So, when that happened, I remember, nagkaroon ng mga review center na sila mismo yung parang nag-aas ulit sa akin to teach. Tapos, mas malaking bayad, ganun. But I had to go back to myself and ask myself, ano ba yung gusto ko talagang gawin? Yumaman or magparami ng pera? Or is it really my goal to become a doctor? So, yun yung, I think, way you always need to ground yourself from time to time. Kasi may mga bagay na pupunta or papasok sa mga opportunity. So, you also need to learn to say no.
Wait, curious ako dun sa naging dilemma mo. Saying from someone na you're always grabbing opportunities. And yung dilemma was, gusto ko bang magparami ng pera or gusto ko maging doktor? Were there a point na parang naisip mo, why not both na lang?
Why not both? Why not both? Kasi baka mamamatay na ako.
So, parang
Mahirap talaga kasi
Mahirap talaga.
i-balance. Especially, siguro first year med, I think most med student will disagree to what will I say now.
Okay.
First year med school, kaya pa i-balance working. But if you will ask me if I recommend, no. Don't do it, please. So, mag-focus kayo if you have the privilege.
Talagang more of, kung pipiliin mo kung saan ka mag-e-effort and saan yung mas kaya mo.
What's your goal at the moment? Yun
Oo.
talaga, mag-focus ka lang doon.
Ngayon naman, parang sige, ganito yung naging journey mo, yung fulfillment mo, yung achievement na everyone knows. Pero were there times na feeling mo, achiever ka sa harap ng ibang tao, pero feeling mo unfulfilled or unsatisfied ka sa narating mo or sa mga napagdaanan mo?
Hi, I'm Red Oliero.
Hi, I'm Andrew Bernardo.
And we are the Bago Matulog with Red Oliero podcast.
Members.
Yes, we are promoting our podcast and sana makinig kayo sa podcast namin. Yun lang. Thank
Please.
you. Yay. Please, we need money.
Na-feel ko yun. Siguro most of this year sa feel ko yun. Kasi most people parang nakikita lang nila, nag-top si Rocky. Ang galing niya, parang successful na siya, ganun. Nakapasok na siya ng med school with scholarship, parang ang galing, maging doktor na siya. Parang ilan nakita ng tao, but deep inside me, am I really happy?
Are you?
Nung time na yon, yes, may mga achievements, but I can say na I'm really happy. Kasi I'm not true to myself. But if you will ask me now if I'm happy, I'm really happy. And yung naging reason doon kung ba't ako naging happy kasi I chose to be true to myself. So last year, me and my partner Justin decided to finally come out. And mahirap yun honestly for us to come to that decision kasi ako personally, parang most of my colleagues, they are actually discouraging me to come out at that time. Yung mga co-professors ko, co-lecturers ko, they're discouraging me to come out kasi sinasabi nila sa akin na don't come out kasi baka hindi ka na-respetuhin ng students mo. Ayun yung sinasabi nila sa akin. And sorry sa mga kapatid natin na LGBT, naniwala ako doon for the last few years. But then last year, I decided na wala na akong pakialam sa inyo. I want to be happy. I want to be true to myself. So, that's my gift to my partner. Last year, birthday niya, September, that's when I decided to finally come out publicly na I am gay and I also have a long-time partner. So, yun na.
Yun.
Siguro,
Galing.
gusto ko din i-ask, ano yung turning point for that?
Marami actually na reason pero alam mo yung feeling na every time lalabas kami, para kami nag-act as magtropa.
Paano?
Parang bro, parang nahirap, di kayo makapag-holding hands, di kayo makapag-akbayan. Kasi nga, di pa naman kami fully come out. And ako may mga students ako mga nakakasalubong ko from time to time. Siya, may mga followers siya ng mga lalaki kasi he's more of into fashion and yung parang niche na talaga is puro straight guys. So, ang daming instances na para na-feel namin na bakit ba natin kailangan magtago? Wala na tayong ginagawang masama. We just love each other.
Saka masaya kayo.
Yeah, we're happy. We just love each other. Bakit hindi namin siya? Bakit natatakot tayo sa sabihin ng ibang tao? This is our life eh. So parang, napag-uusapan na namin yon mga months prior to our coming out. Pero, behind that, parang medyo may takot pa rin. What if mawala kung yung anong meron tayo ngayon? For example, the opportunities that I have as a lecturer. Kasi nga, dinidiscourage ako ng ibang colleagues ko to come out, baka lang may mawala. Natatakot ako doon kasi nga, that's my bread and butter. And siya rin, social media content creation, hindi naman lahat positively will accept, di ba? Especially his followers, medyo mga straight male nga. So, darating ka na lang din sa point mo na wala ka na talagang pakialam. And ang iisipin mo na lang sa sarili mo, you will come into that point of your life na marirealize mo, this is my life. Wala akong pake sa sabihin ng ibang tao. As long as I'm true to myself, I am happy with what I do. I'm loving the person that I deeply care about, no matter what other people will say, then go.
Ganda. Di ba?
Ganda.
Yung parang kasi it's important din na parang paano ka talaga magiging truly happy if like kailangan mo magtago. If like kailangan mag-matter yung sasabihin ng ibang tao when kayo yun. And ang importante is you are living your truth.
Yeah, and sinabi ko to sa kanya, when we finally decided to come out, I'm willing to risk everything that I have just to show the world that I love you. Yun yung sinabi ko sa kanya.
And how
parang
does it
nililig
feel
sila.
naman na naging positive yung turnout ng support ng mga people for
We
you?
didn't really expect. Kasi nung nag-come out kami, we didn't open any of our social media dahil nga natatakot kami sa like, i-bash kami, ganon. And then, when we came out, parang mga friends namin yung nagsabi sa amin na, uy, parang grabe yung feedback sa inyo ng tao. Not negatively, but positively. Most especially to my students. Doon ako parang naiyak nung nag-come out ako kasi hindi ko na-expect na ganun yung acceptance from my students. Kasi nga, yung mindset ko nga, sinasabi ng mga colleagues ko na wag ka mag-come out kasi nga baka hindi ka na-accept ng mga students mo. So, with the time that we came out, tapos positive yung feedback ng mga students ko, parang although hindi naman ako nagsisik ng validation from other people, but alam mo yung you feel so accepted finally. You feel truly happy kasi napakita mo na or naging totoo ka na sa sarili mo.
Siguro coming from a similar experience, parang sige, there are comments sa parang sunugin or like, wala sa piano yun. Parang hindi naman na natin matatanggal sa ibang tao yung ganong mindset. And hindi naman lahat mapiplease. So it's really more of, parang tawanan na lang yun and of choosing what you value, what opinions matter, and yung acceptance na yun na mabibigay mo para sa sarili mo and para sa partner mo. Parang doon nang gagaling yung bliss. And siguro yung, you're just in love. And masaya kayo. And that's it. That's how you intentionally live yourself. Intentionally embodying your truth and becoming happy and proud about it. Yes. Kaya naman, siguro, ngayon in your 20s na parang, sige, may med school ka, YL2, tapos you have content creator on the side and other responsibilities in mind. Siguro, how do you stay grounded? Na parang, paano ka hindi mawawala? Na parang sa fast pace ng lahat nito. How do you stay grounded despite everything right now?
Focus talaga. I'm very grateful na at this point of my life, I have this privilege na to focus on just one thing, which I can't do before. So ngayon, focus na lang talaga. So kung anong meron ako, med school, yun lang talaga yung major focus ko ngayon. I don't want to do other things na might distract me, na baka mawala yung isip ko with like my real goal.
Pero if, for example, sige, there's this med school, but content creator ka. Siguro, napag-isipan mo ba na dumating yung point na pati yung pagiging content creator mo is something na mahihirapan kang gawin? And ano yung parang naisip mo about it?
Yeah. Inisip ko kasi yung content creation, it's not really a must-do for me. Para lang siyang, for me, hobby and also a way to still do what I love to do, which is to teach. So ngayon, ginagawa ko yung content creation, yung pagle-lecture pa rin sa social media, not because para mawala yung focus ko sa med school, but para nagiging escape ko siya. Kasi when med school is like super challenging, super exhausting, yung content creation, yung paggagawa ng content, paggagawa ng lecture, ayun yung actually nagiging pahinga ko.
Actually. Kasi yun yung parang, I agree kay Sir Rocky. Kasi parang, yun yung space mo din na ma-express mo yung creativity mo eh. Na parang, you're very technical ang pagiging
Kumbaga,
med school.
med school.
So, parang this is the space na nagiging creative siya and na-allow niya na ma-turn niya into a certain passion yung kanyang
Outlet.
outlet of his outputs. Oo.
Yes.
And siguro, ang next kong question, in your 20s, wherein there's pressure to be everywhere, everything, all at once, na parang ang fast pace ng lahat parang everyone wants to be optimized to the fullest extent. paano ka nagiging grounded na parang on your own pace? Na, especially when you feel like you're falling behind. Na parang, syempre, you have peers na after college, nag-med school na kaagad, na parang, did it ever feel that way na parang, hala sila, ang layo na nila, tapos ako, papastart pa lang.
May mga ganun na instances, especially if you're going to proceed to med school. Yung mapapansin mo yung mga kabatch mo before, ano na sila, like ang dami na nilang napasang licensure exam, yung iba nakapag-ibang bansa na, may sarili ng pamilya, may business na, may sarili na sasakyan, may bahay na. And honestly, minsan sasabihin mo sa sarili mo or tatanungin mo sa sarili mo, nasa tamang path ba talaga ako? But again, you need to remind yourself that you're on your own race. Life mo tayo. Wala nang iba pang para maging basis on in time ba ako or not, or delayed ba ako or late ba ako. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone. Ay natutunan ko sa sarili ko. Hindi ko kailangan i-compare yung sarili ko sa ibang tao kasi may sarili akong path. So for some people, it might be kasi before proceeding to med school also, ay parang nag-take din ako ng med school break. 1 year med school break. So my batchmates actually, mas advanced na sila ngayon sa akin. So I also felt that way na parang, ay parang ano na, sila magdo-doktor na ako. Nahuhuli na ako. But again, I need to remind myself na wala naman ako kompetensya kung sino nauuna or what. Kasi at the end of the day, maging doktor pa rin naman ako. So that's what's more important for me. Hindi yung parang kung gaano kabilis, but kung ma-achieve ko ba talaga siya.
Knowing that you have following, like you have people looking up to you. Like, do you feel na may parang pressure din sa'yo na, kailangan, like sige, sabihin natin, alam mo yung sarili mo, but kailangan mapush ko pa yung sarili ko kasi may mga humahanga sa akin. Or does that occur to you?
Yeah, parang before kasi, wala akong social media. When I topped the board exam, doon lang ako nag-start mag-social media. So nagkaroon ako ng online presence and somehow, I felt a little bit of pressure. So, nung pumasok ako ng med school, meron na ako na feel na pressure agad. Kasi sometimes, pag may exam, for example, may exam, yung mga klase ko bigla magkasabi, Sir Rocky, wag mo masyadong galingan. Parang, o kaya may mataas na score. Expect nila, ako yung mataas. Pero honestly, hindi na nagkasalita. Baka minsan ako pa yung mababa or nasa gitna lang.
Okay lang yun.
And okay lang yun. Hindi naman nila alam na ako pala yung lowest. Diba? Ang alam nila mataas ako. Pero I always feel that pressure in me. Because of siguro what I achieved for yung sa nursing, sa topping the boards, nafe-feel ko yung pressure na yon. Pero, before, parang tinitake ko siya negatively, na pinapressure ko yung sarili ko to the point na wala na akong ginawa kundi mag-aral, di na ako halos tumatayo ng study table ko. I need to remind myself na, ano bang pinapatunayan ko? Ano bang pinapatunayan ko? So, I just need to retract myself again na di naman importanteng ikaw yung pinakamagaling palagi. It's just important, ano ba yung goal mo at the moment? So it's not important to top again the PNLE even though most people will pressure you pag nag-top ka ng licensure exam during your pre-med. Parang expect na nila, expected na yan, magta-top din yan pagdating ng PLE. So you need to remind yourself na don't mind what other people's yung expectation nila on you. Just really focus kung ano yung kaya mong gawin at the moment.
How about your own expectations? How do you navigate parang, kasi syempre, knowing yourself, alam mo din na parang nagawa ko na to before. Syempre, kahit naman yung other people may expectations, iba din yung expectations mo on yourself. How do you navigate to be kind to yourself on what to expect from yourself or ano yung kakayanin mo and everything?
Feeling ko pinaka nakatulong sa akin yung advice ng mom ko, if I could share, na parang, just do your best with everything, but expect less. For example, pag nagka-prepare ka for the board exam, yes, mag-prepare ka, gawin mo yung best mo. It's okay to aim to pass and also to top the boards. But don't pressure yourself or limit yourself na kailangan ang ma-achieve ko lang is to top the board exam. Pag di na ako nag-top, parang di na ako ganun kasaya or di ko na-achieve yung goal ko. Kasi pag ganon, pag hindi mo na-achieve yung isang bagay, even though pagkapasa pa lang ng board is a huge thing already. Pero yung mas naging goal mo kasi is mas mataas to top the boards. Parang you will feel a little less rewarded to sa ginawa mong effort. So, it's okay to have expectations but don't expect so much to the point na napipressure ka na.
Siguro setting expectations. Sige, may pressure or wag mo pressure and all. Pero, hindi naman sa lahat din ng pagkakataon. Yun nga, na tayo yung, mamimit natin yun. Were there points na bumagsak ka or even nagkaroon ng ikaw yung lowest sa isang exam? And paano yun? Kasi knowing that achiever yung tingin sa'yo.
First time ko to sabihin, malalaman na ng mga klase ko, a lot of times, no? Sa med school. A lot of times actually, na parang ako pa yung lowest, pero di nila alam. Pero ako, to myself, parang, oh my gosh, ako pala yung lowest. Parang, pero nangyari yun nung nag-balance pa ako ng maraming trabaho. Kasi sometimes hindi ako nakapag-aral. So I just need to be kind to myself na ikaw, you're balancing a lot of things. Tapos most of your classmates are parang nakafocus lang sa med school. So just need to be kind to yourself.
Pero now naman, now na you're focusing on med school lang, syempre mabigat pa rin siya kahit solo lang siya. How do you ensure na beyond med school, you have a life outside of med school and you're still able to be Rocky na there's Rocky beyond being a doctor?
I'm grateful to have a partner who is adventurous. Kasi kung makita nyo sa social media ko, before, ang content ko lang is... Actually, ang handle ko before is not yung pangalan ko, Rocky Aguirre. Ang handle ko before sa IG and TikTok is Rocky Study.
Oo.
Yun yung talagang username ko before. Kasi all I did before is to study. So, when I met my partner now, Justin, siya yung parang nagsabi sa akin, there's life outside achievements, there's life outside med school. So siya yung nagre-remind sa akin na, oh, take a break naman. Ano naman tayo? Laro lang tayo saglit. Alam mo yun, parang I'm very grateful kasi somehow nagkakaroon ako ng escape moments kahit for a short while because of my partner.
Siguro, I just wanted to ask, what's your favorite side quest na you have ever tried?
Side quest?
Or bonding nyo ni Justin.
Going to La Union talaga. Going to La Union kasi taga doon siya and yung family taga doon and we love going to the beach. Yun talaga yung go-to namin na side quest. Pag may bakasyon ako, ganun.
May point ba na kunwari nag-aaral ka pero nasa beach ka?
Meron na. Pero hindi naman pasok ka. Parang weekend. Tapos I had to still study for an exam. Tapos nag-aya siya. Sasama pa rin ako.
Talagang nandun din yung nga, I think yung intentionality is really how you live your life. Na parang, okay, kapahinga ako, or I have a partner, or may gagawin kaming something na alam ko na makaka-escape ako dun sa pressure na nararamdaman ko. But siguro in the mundane things, can you share us some tips or advice on how to become more intentional sa outlook or sa ginagawa mo sa buhay?
First, ask yourself, what do you want to do for a long time or for the rest of your life if it's applicable. So, for example, for me, nakita ko yung sarili ko hanggang pagtanda ko, I want to serve and help people medically. I want to treat people. I want to help people in general. So, ask yourself that. Pag na-establish mo na kung ano ba yung gusto mo sa buhay mo, maglagay ka ng mga steps on how to achieve it. So, regardless kung ano man background natin, may mga financial or economic na considerations to do. But if you really want something, you are able or kaya mo siyang gawin regardless of anything.
So, yung talaga, yung long term na talaga. And also, I think important din yung ina-assess mo yung sarili mo na online pa ba talaga ako dito or pinipilit ko na lang yung sarili ko. Kasi parang wala na yung intention na yung good intention with it na parang you're just making it up for the sake of having that commitment. And yung important din yung pagiging decisive na when to stop, when to go. And yung sinabi mo nga na when to say yes or no at a certain point.
And you just need to love what you are doing. Kasi parang, for example, kung naisip na tripan mo lang mag-med school pero hindi mo man pala siya gusto. Parang,
or na-pressure ng parents.
Yeah, or na-pressure ng parents. Ang hirap, di ba, na pumasok ka ng med school tapos di mo naman siya wholeheartedly na gusto. So if you want to do something, dapat you love it.
Kasi yung love, nandun yung passion, nandun yung
Oo.
drive for everything. Ikaw ba?
I agree. Kasi parang kapag wala kasing passion dun sa ginagawa mo and wala yung love dun sa ginagawa mo, makikita din siya sa output mo eh. Na parang, kunwari, wala kang determination talaga
Wala
to
kang
be a
drive.
doctor. Or parang wala kang drive to stay there. Parang hindi din siya magta-translate to your output. Hindi siya magta-translate in the level of hard work that you put into kapag nag-aaral ka. Hence, parang lalabas din siya sa mga scores mo.
Or bare minimum lang yung napapakita mo. And alam mo sa sarili mo na hindi yun yung best na pinapakita mo. As in. Siguro, for final, my last question
Yes.
for me is, sige, ngayon, ito yung outlook mo, ito yung focus mo. What's success now for you? Like, knowing na ganito na yung napagdaanan mo, ano yung ngayon yung magiging definition sa'yo na success?
For me, before yung definition ko ng success is achievement-based. So parang pag nakapasa ako ng nursing, pag natap ako ng boards, parang achievement-based yung definition ko ng success before. But because of sa mga napagdaanan ko before, like yung challenges to juggle many jobs while in med school, for me now, success is holistic. Hindi lang siya, of course, meron pa rin ako-ambition. I still want to become a doctor. But success for me now is, number 1, being happy. Number 2, being healthy. Yun yung success for me.
What's success for you?
Actually, I agree na parang you're happy and healthy. Kasi it's hard then to do the things that you do. Kunwari, mayaman ka nga or parang na-earn mo nga lahat ng pera that you can. Pero hindi ka naman healthy enough na gagamitin mo siya pang ospital lang din.
True.
So wala din. Ano din yung silbi ng pera mo kung dun din mapupunta?
Ako siguro dadagdag ko doon. Parang success means that you're at peace. Or at least you're in bliss. Kasi parang sige, masaya ka ngayon, healthy ka ngayon, marami kang pera ngayon. Pero kasi minsan feeling mo kulang pa. May ganun drive yung mga tao na to seek for more when they already have what they want. So parang
Contentment.
content yung yung pagiging kontento or at least alam mo yung boundaries mo, alam mo hanggang saan ka to reach that bar alone. Parang pag kasi na-recognize mo na okay na ako dito, na nandun yung peace of mind mo, na hindi mo na kailangan ma-stress for that success that you've already reached. So, yun lang din talaga yung important, if ever man. Ay, may last ka ba?
Ayun na nga.
Oo.
Siguro, eto na rin. Thank you so much kay
Thank
Sir
you
Rocky
for having
sa
me. Thank you so
pagsama
much.
sa amin dito. It's for a very insightful conversation. And of course,
Ayun, marami tayong pasasalamatan,
Oo.
Jacob. Special thanks sa mga partners natin for this episode, ang Gardenia, The Receipt Photo Booth, Lucky Yogurt, Hooray Chicken, Grip PH, Pasta Game, and also para sa Hooray Chicken, may branches sila sa Pasig, Taytay, Marikina, Antipolo, Parañaque, at kahit dito sa Mandaluyong and sa new branch sila sa White Plains sa Quezon City. And may promo code po tayo for our audience. Just use Hooray GKY for the month of June. And sa bawat order nyo ng fried chicken meal ay may kasamang iced tea.
yes, kaya salamat sa mga friends natin sa Hooray Chicken.
Hep, hep! Hep, hep!
At
Saan ba natin makikita
ayan.
si Sir Rocky?
Oo nga, Sir Rocky, kung gusto ka nilang sundan yung journey mo sa med school and all your upcoming social media posts, saan ka nila mafa-follow?
Rocky Aguirre in all socials, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And siguro for my students lang or sa mga magpe-prepare for board exam, make sure to tune in kasi still, since med school break ko ngayon, I will do some lectures for free to help you guys to pass the board exam this August.
Wow!
Papasa. Yes. And saan ba nila tayo masusunod?
Oo nga. So if nagustuhan nyo tong episode na to, why not share it on your social media accounts and use the hashtag GKYLive and tag us on all social media platforms. GKYLive on all social media platforms and...
Ayun. And also, huwag nyo kakalimutan, nag-stream kami ng episodes. Nag-release kami every Saturday sa YouTube and sa Spotify. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe dahil malapit na kami mag 1,000 followers.
So
Yes.
subscribe na kayo sa YouTube. Ayun, sakto. Ayun yung QR code.
At
In case hindi nyo pa nasa-scan.
At wag natin kakalimutan na life is hard. Parang, mabigat yung pressure and all. Pero yung ganong success, yung ganong intentionality of how you live it, nandun nanggagaling yung gaan. knowing that you're in control and you're driven to what you want in life.
At ito
Yes.
pa rin ang
Ganito kasi yan.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.